When discipleship is about how you represent Christ. Can we go deeper? I want you to understand something. There's some people that you are connected to during the week at your job and or vice versa, right? I want you to understand what I'm about to say. Y'all ready? You're the only Jesus they see.
All right, so you told the truth. You told the truth.
Can you believe that?
You told the truth.
You're the only Jesus they see,
You told the truth.
right? And so you have to be careful how you handle your discipleship.
Amen.
Because it's not okay. I know you be feeling it, child of God. I understand. Because there's some people that make you want to talk in an unknown tongue. Right? Somebody say discipleship. The problem with that is you can't get it back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All you can do is regret that moment you missed. You just regret that opportunity. Because you knew you should have flew out the handle. Right? Now here it is. Now this is going to be kind of personal, but I'm going to say it anyway. You ought to get to a point, grow to a point where you ought not allow people to cause you to fly off the handle every time you get mad.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Somebody say, you talking to yourself, Pastor. Go on, say it. Go on, say it. You shouldn't just allow people change your character. What kind of power do they got over you?
All right now.
To just change your whole demeanor. Right? And then we try to justify it. Be telling me, oh, I was too, Lord, please let me hold it. You ain't asked Lord nothing. Right? So you got to understand that discipleship is part of who you are. Now, there's some stuff that comes with discipleship that a lot of people don't want to talk about. Right? How many of us, raise your hand if you heard me talking about tithing before. How many of us have a true and genuine understanding of what tithing is? Right? I'm talking about what tithing is. Listen, Mama Faye, Mama, look, I'm glad you did that. Because you be like, good. I'd rather you say you don't know. Right? I'm going to whisper this part to you. There's some people that raise their hand. They don't know. Don't look at them. Not them. Then you targeted. Because watch this, here it is, here it is. There's a good case. Because I thought I was a preacher. And I thought I knew what tithing was. No, I knew what I was told tithing is. Right? Now, for the most part, it was right. But for the most part, the whole picture wasn't told. Right? And so, watch this. I want you to grab your Bibles. Let's go, matter of fact, I'm going to do this. Let's go Matthew, y'all know it, Malachi. Not Matthew. Don't go Matthew. We're going to go Malachi, I need to get to my Bible, chapter 3. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be honest with you. Y'all ready? Chapter 3. Yes, not Micah. Y'all know why I said not Micah? Because I just went to Micah. Malachi chapter 3. I don't like this interpretation. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? So let's start at chapter 8. This has been one of my favorite chapters, verse. One of my favorite set of scriptures to teach. Y'all ready? I'm going to start at verse number 7. If I keep saying chapter, don't move your chapter. I'm wrong. So go to Malachi chapter 3. Let's start at verse number 7. Right? No. Stop. Stay right there. Stay right there. Because I have a very interesting thing I want to say before we read. So me and Lady D are going through this counseling book. And it's, what's it called? Before You Say I Do? Before You Say I Do, right? And there was a subject on there today that really got to me, right? This is heavy. I like this. Sean, I hope we get to Malachi. And you know what it says, Sean? There was this subject that's called nonverbal communication. Yeah. Right? So, Sean, let me show you what nonverbal communication is. You and Tracy get into it. Y'all just arguing a little bit. Not this kind of arguing, but don't go there with her, because I know her, right? Stay down here, okay? I'm just trying to bless you, son. Stay down here, okay? And so, watch this, Sean. So, y'all talking, and you walk out the room, right? You don't say nothing, because you one of them that shut down when y'all argue, right? And then you do this. That's nonverbal communication. If you seen the way she just rolled her eyes right now, I was just, in her mind, she said, stop slamming my door. So that's nonverbal communication, right? Nonverbal communication is this. It's not about what you say. It's about what you do, right? That's called nonverbal communication. And it goes both ways. It can be a nonverbal communication when you're upset, or it can be a nonverbal communication as a sign of love. But no matter what it is, it's going to always require action. And so today I was thinking, man, this is nonverbal communication. This really hit me hard. But I remember she used to always tell me, I don't care about what you say, I care about what you do. Right? And so why do I bring up nonverbal communication? Because we love to prove what we are to God by this. Yeah. Right? You love to prove to God who you are to him by this. Right? You can't shout your way to true discipleship. Right? You can't talk your way to true discipleship. That's why I hate it. Somebody said, memo. Don't go do nothing for the kingdom to come back and tell me what you did. Because you don't know it. But I frown upon that. Because now it makes me wonder what you did it for. And the problem in kingdom, in discipleship, is we do so much stuff for credit. It's something, so I had one, every time they do something, I got to hear about it. Right? If you're going to give. If you're going to serve, serve. But don't come calling me and tell me what all you done did. Right? And so, nonverbal communication is this. I ain't got to say nothing, I'm just going to do it. And your discipleship, that's what you ought to have in your mind. As it relates to God, how's my discipleship? Is nonverbal communication? I don't have to tell God what I'm doing. Because he sees what I'm doing. Right? And if you ain't got to tell God what you're doing, you sure ain't got to tell man what you're doing. That's right. Right? Because when you do that, now we got to figure out which God we talking about, the big G or the little G. Yeah. Because if you got to brag about everything you've done, then my child, you become the little God. Right? And it become all about you. Somebody say discipleship. So my communication, my loyalty, my proof of my discipleship should be nonverbal. God, you see it. And that's why I was so ashamed. Darling, we used to go out and feed the homeless, and every time we turn around, where did you go? To feed the homeless? Or were they just a prop? Right? That's why we went to the nursing home. All I do is post a picture of the team that was there. That's it. To let them know we out here doing it, right? But we ain't got folk in the nursing home. I'm Say cheese. You know? Nonverbal communication. Oh, I ain't gonna get out there. I like that. Okay, here we go. Matthew chapter 3. I need my glasses. Malachi chapter 3. Don't do Matthew tears, it's Malachi. You see how I just blamed that on you? So let's talk about tithing. Let's kill a few myths about tithing. Y'all ready? And this is the old one. So when you go home, you tell your grandma, Grandma, you were lying. Okay? You can tell Big Mama she was lying. You just go home, my dear. I found out today all the money don't go to the pastor. Right? Reggie, have you heard that before? That joker done ran out with all our money. Stop acting like this is brand new to y'all. Right? Y'all done heard it before. Right? Well, so when people say that, when you have, we finna get into it. When you have true aspect and a real aspect of what tithing is, then you will know that you can't be consumed about where his money goes. When you see it, right? Tia, you getting ahead of me. You finna make me tea. Okay, but you stay right there. You stay right there. So since you brought it up, we're gonna deal with it, right? Malachi chapter 3, verse number 7. I'm gonna read, even though I commend y'all been commenting and perioding y'all butt off. Y'all been reading it together in unison. I like that. Even from the days of our fathers, ye have gone away from my ordinances, right? And have not kept them. Remind you, this is Old Testament, right? Return unto me, and I will return unto you, said the Lord of hosts. But ye say, wherein shall we return? Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithe and offering. Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Y'all ready? Come closer. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house. And prove me now herewith, said the Lord of hosts. Somebody said it's going to get gooder. If I would not open the windows of heaven, pour you out a blessing, that there should not be room enough to receive it. Right? That's what the Old Testament law was, right? So you have to understand why tithing is a thing at all. Does anybody know the origin of tithing? Does anybody know the origin of tithing? Huh? So back then, tithing was an act of obedience, right? So it's different. We have this now, right? But this was their harvest. And whatever their harvest was. So back in the day, you got to understand, they didn't have your local HEB, where you go there and whatever you need, just go whatever aisle you on. No. They had some people that produce a certain type of fruit. They had some people that produce a certain type of meat, lamb, cattle, whatever, right? And so what they would do, Sean, is when they would coop their harvest, right? What they would do is they would take 10% of their harvest off the top and give it, right? That's where the 10% come in. Now, I'm a controversial pastor. I believe in tithing 10%, and I believe in grace giving, right? My danger is when I start saying grace giving, people remove the 10%, yes, right? And my position is, I'm not limited to 10%, right? Because I like to give back what I feel God gave to me, right? Somebody say the trouble is when people start believing they're giving their money instead of offering back to God his money. Right? So let's start this off, like y'all say, I feel kind of young. Let's start this off from the rip. Right? Hold on, baby, what that mean? What that mean? What that mean? Clock that T. Clock that T. That's what that mean. I learned that this week. Why y'all act like y'all don't know? What that mean, Regina? You know what that mean? Oh, okay. But there ain't no cuss word in that, is it? Okay, I'm online. Okay. Watch this. So here's the danger. Here's the danger. I'm going to say this slowly. We make the mistake of thinking we're giving God money instead of offering back to God what's already his. Right? Because the Bible says the earth is the Lord's and the fulfillment thereof. Right? That means everything that's on the earth belongs to who? See, y'all get food. Y'all see your check and it got your name on it. And you believe it's your money. Right? Fair assumption? Well, I have some breaking news to you. All of it belongs to God. Right? And so here it is. I taught this a long time ago, but now I'm going to reteach it. Right? Offering is an act of worship. Offering is an act of worship. I want you to understand that because that's important. Offering is an act of worship. Just like worship on Sunday morning, you can't give him worship, but you can offer him worship. Right? Do you know why there's a difference between giving and offering? When you give him something, you demand him to take it. When you offer it to him, he looks at it as a sacrifice. He decides, because that's what it is. He decides if your sacrifice is worthy enough. Right? We don't like to deal with that kind of Bible. Excuse me, y'all. Teach Jones. And so the reality is we feel like we can just give God anything. Right? And that's not reality. Oh, you can give what you want. But he ain't got to accept what we give him. That's why I tell everybody all the time, baby, if your offering is $2, baby, pray over it and ask God to do what he will with it. Right? Because sometimes God receives this more than he has to receive a bill. Somebody say why? Because some people, when they give, think they're doing something. Right? Because if your heart, your mind, and your soul ain't right, and you just give it, then your money might as well be dirty. Excuse me. I'm teaching tonight, ain't I? I know I am. And your money might as well be dirty to him. Right? Because your money, not his. Your money, when you give it, you think you're doing something with it. Right? But when you offer it to God, God, this is my offering, this is my tithe, this is my part of worship, this is my sacrifice. I pray that you receive my offering.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And it's ironic. Pam, come here, sister, come here. My sister's name is Pam, so I'm going to call you my sister. Now, here's what God is asking. It's weird. It's weird what he's asking. Is it hot in here? It's just my hoodie. Well, I ain't taking it off. So I want to show y'all something. Y'all ready? We're not really going to the strip club. I was just playing. So watch this. No, I said that earlier. I know some people ain't going to receive it. Okay. You know. Folk get in church on Sunday forget who they are on Thursday. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Is that 10, son? Okay. I don't trust you. You shoot dice. So here it is. You ready? That's my son. I can do what I want to do. So watch this. This is my disciple. She should have on a hoodie. Right? And right now, act like mine says God. Right? Here's the foolishness of God. You ready? Let me tell you what he do. He says, I'm going to bless you with a job so that your job can give you this. Right? Now watch this. With this, you're going to be able to pay your car note, You're going to be able to pay your house. You're going to be able to buy some food. Get Junior some new shoes. Okay? Depending on top of what kind of family you got, loan this to your sister. Right? 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 And the rest of this, D, I want you to keep. Right? So I done bless you with a job. Right or wrong? I done bless you with a way to pay your house payment. I done bless you with a way to pay your car note. I done bless you with a way to buy food. I done even gave you some leftover money to give your sister. And then after you're done, you still got overflow. Right? Y'all hear this? However, all I'm asking, can I have one back? How much you got? Do me a favor. Do like this with it. You know. Do it. Spread it out. Like it's your birthday. Do it like that. Yeah. So this is what you get to keep. And this is all I asked for. I just want 10% of what I gave you. You ready for this? Can we go deeper? When you got it out like that, I want you to understand something. None of this is yours. It's all mine. Right? Because the earth is mine. And the fulfillment of the earth, that means whatever the earth produces belongs to me. That's right. Right? The reason why is because when I got here, wasn't nothing here. Right? And before I put my foot down, there was earth. And I didn't like it. So I said, give me some water. Right? And because I'm a producing God, put some fish in the water and then make them produce. And then when I make them produce, right? Now I got earth, I got water, I got fish, we got production, but I ain't got no company. So now, Adam, come here. Oh, him lonely. Come here, Eve. So watch this. Hold on. I got earth. I got water. I got fish. I got production. Right? Now I got man. He's lonely. Let me get him a helpmate. Together they produce. Right? So now all I'm about is production. Everything I touch grows. Right? Everything I touch produces. So, out of all of this, here's this building going up. I like to call it the state. And you're going to go in there and you're going to fill out an application. And I'm going to give you a job. Right? Out of that job, they're going to give you this. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen out of this. You ready? Come right here. You ready? Give me see this. House. Car. Food. Clothes. Sis. Sister husband. Even out of all of that, you still got something left. All of this, and that's all I asked for. 10%. But I leave you with all of that. Here's the ironic thing about it. I'm leaving you with what belongs to me. So are you giving, or are you offering? Because it's already mine. Matter of fact, truth be told, you ain't done nothing to get none of this. But I got to remain true to my word. And if you, then I. Right? So if you do it, matter of fact, I don't want to take it. I want you to offer it to me. That's how you really should offer it. That's how you really should offer it. Right? Because then watch this. He says, if you do that, y'all remember the last $3 she had? He said, especially, I will open up the windows of heaven,
That's right.
pour you out a blessing that you will not have room to receive it, right? That's him basically saying, I'm going to give you more. You think I'm lying? Take scripture, pay attention to it. Y'all ready for this? Somebody say go deeper. I dare you to go home and count how many windows you got versus how many doors you got. He could have said, I'll open up the doors of heaven. No, baby. He said, I'll open up the windows of heaven. Because when you get home, you're going to discover it's a window there, a window there, a window there, a window there. Windows everywhere, right? Because God has to have an avenue to bless you. Right? That's why I give me my money back. Go sit back down. Okay. That's why you got to be careful. Right? So Lord, I'm trying not to say what I'm about to say. I'm just trying to teach. I'm just trying to help somebody. Listen. So listen. This is what we should ask ourselves. Right? Is my tithing, is it part of my worship or is it part of my tradition?
That's good.
Because when it's part of your tradition, right? You think your little cash app doing something, $5.
Right.
Somebody say go deeper. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready for me to go deeper? Are y'all ready for this? Can y'all handle this? Ain't nobody gonna get mad. Mama, remember they said go deeper. Y'all ready? I'm not gonna do it individually. Y'all ready? Hold on. 10, 10, 20, 25. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go ahead on it, Claudia. Okay. So that was that late blessing. She said that after service time. So out of 11 people that gave something, right? Out of 11 people, turn to your neighbor and say, we asked for this. Our total offer was $105. Somebody say 11. Yep. 11 people. $100. No, I'm sorry. 105. And if what's the name would have come through late, it would have been 95. Right? I want you to fathom that. Fathom that. Right? Because y'all know, am I still a real pastor? Y'all not mad at me yet? What is we gonna do with $105? Right? Boy, Jesus be working. Boy, I swear. Lord, he be right on time. I just got this out the mailbox today. Right? Right? Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. Oh, it went down. Won't he do it? Who got the loudest voice in here? Who real loud? D? Dwight Sean. I tried it right. Just say it one more time. Dwight Sean. Nobody's scared of Dwight Sean. I didn't say Dwight Sean. If you told me that 6 weeks ago, I would have had it. With a loud voice. Stand up, Dwight Sean. Stand up, Dwight Sean. Dwight Sean. Ha! Put some syllables on my name. Real loud. Read it, start to the top. Read it. Start from the top, Dwight Sean. Ha! What did it say? No. The top. Them 3 words. Say it with your chest.
Service disconnection.
Whoo! Huh?
Service disconnection.
Tell them we got 105. Huh? Arrangement, huh? Somebody say, be real. Because our tithe to God. I'm finna get in trouble when I'm about to say. I told you I wasn't gonna finish this week anyway, but I'm gonna get in trouble. So I'm gonna go and say the raw stuff this week. The next week will be general. Okay? So the reality is, when we give, Tia, the problem sometimes we have is, first of all, we're just selfish with our giving. We give what's convenient for us to give. But a sacrifice is not a sacrifice if it was easy. Right? Bless her heart. And we were talking about this in conference today, how when we get married, she just had all the money. All of it. I can't keep none of it because Jordan got too much of my money. And I think I bought my last pair of Jordans once I surrendered over to her. And then she would tell me one day how, darling, she makes sure all of her stuff come out of her check. Somebody say from the rip. So she ain't got the food with it. She ain't got to try to negotiate with nothing. Because she know if it get to her first and she got to distribute it, somebody's going to be shown. Right? But because it's a priority to her, she makes sure everything comes off the rip. Right? The problem is sometimes we get our money, right? I'm going to be real with y'all. Then we start trying to negotiate blessings. So, which blessing gets handled first? Is it my rent blessing? Is it my ability to have electric blessing? Is it my food blessing? Right? Instead of saying, nope, you get that out the rip. We got one member, she don't even wait till Sunday. She cash out as soon as she get it. Right? Because she don't trust her. She talking about, I don't trust me. In fact, that's a long way from Tuesday to Sunday. I said, I don't blame you, girl. Go on send it. Go on send it. It gonna count for Sunday. Go on send it. Right? Because, watch this. You can never tell me, just so you know, you can never tell me I forgot. Right? You could never tell me nothing like that. You always tell me, sir, it just wasn't a priority to me. Because you don't forget. Because you remember everything that's a priority. Period. Right? And so maybe if we kind of redo it and ask ourselves, is my giving to God a priority to me? Because if you're giving to God as a priority, you'll make sure he get his out the rip. Right? I don't know what Pastor O, where he was working when he first started coming to church here, but Pastor O was the most givingest, and it was aggravating giving too. Right? I don't know what he DoorDash. I don't know what he did. Was it DoorDash? Because every time I turn around, $7, $4, $5, $10. I said, what that boy doing, selling drugs? Right? Right? But he sent it when he got it. I only use you because I knew you wouldn't mind. Right? But he sent it as soon as he got it. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Because you're no different than me. I'm no different than you. I don't trust myself with his money. I don't. Because I passed by too many stores for that.
All right. Yes.
I watch too much TikTok for that. Right? Somebody say go deeper. Have y'all noticed how they made it easier for you to spend money now?
Yes,
right? One day, this was 3 weeks ago. I couldn't remember right then, so I didn't say nothing deep. 3 weeks ago, we were talking about shape editions. If I go to my Facebook right now, it's going to be shape editions.
Yep. That's
right. Now the enemy got another way to attack you. Girl, we're going to show you these shape editions till you put them in your cart. Then when you put them in the cart, they remind you, you got something in your cart. Right? And it be just attacking you. And you trying to have this, I don't need no shape editions. Just like me. What I need for shape editions? But I know I'm tempted. Sooner or later. But that's okay. When we get to church, y'all gonna be eating some good looking shape editions though. Right? So what I'm saying is they make it easy for you to just spend money. Right? But in all of that, right, have we forgotten God in the process? Because here it is. You got to understand this. God don't need your money. You know why? Because you ain't got no money. It's his, right? And it's not a flat. I remember, oh, Lord have mercy. It rubbed me the wrong way when a member told me, y'all lucky I tired. I ain't lucky you tired. Where you get that from? Baby, stop tithing. Then come up here Sunday and see if them doors open. They're going to be open. Because watch this. What we don't realize is, watch this. My tithing is personal to my God.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Folks get mad at me and stop tithing. Girl, do you know what you're doing to yourself?
Exactly. Let them know, Pastor. Let them know. Let them know.
Do you know what you're doing to yourself?
Let them know.
You withholding his money from him because you mad at me. That don't even make no sense. Right? So your tithing is personal. That's why you will never hear me preach no guilt sermons. Right? Because if you're giving out of any other reason outside of it, and when I use the word ignorance literally means lack of knowledge. Man made that a bad word. Yeah. Ignorance means I just didn't know. So when you don't tithe out of ignorance, that's one thing. But when you don't tithe out of principle, that's a whole other thing. Right? Because then you put God in a place. Whoo! I am teaching here. I'm Pastor, I'm teaching. Because watch this. What I mean by I'm putting God in a place. I'm putting God where he fits. How much of his money am I going to take care of other stuff before I take care of him? And I discovered, watch this, I discovered when we take care of God first, right, you will immediately see a change in your life. Watch this. I ain't no prophet. I ain't doing. Watch this. I'm not going to stand, because some pastors do this. The more you give, the more you get. No. Because watch this. God does not always repay us in currency. That's what we forget. Right? And you don't even know. Good God, preach, Joe. You don't even know that God already honored your tithe. Right? You don't even know that you've been tithing, and you don't understand how God is covering you. Right? And then you go to the doctor, and they come out there on Facebook talking about test results came back negative. No, baby, your tithe made room for you. Right? And so God will bless you. And are you trying to figure out why your husband mysteriously automatically started acting different and started shaping up and doing right, baby? Yeah. God honored your sacrifice. Right? Because here it is. You got to see it as a sacrifice. If it don't hurt, God don't want it. Right. Of course, shoot. I was tithing was easy. All right. Shoot, got me in a chokehold right now. I ain't lying. So I said, real talk. I'm going to leave y'all with this. And I hope you understand this. I don't know, some of y'all new to church, God bless you, I love you. That's why we use the word ignorance. Because ignorance means lack of knowledge. And we, instead of teaching people what's right, we like to beat them about what's wrong. Right? You know, tithing son of a gun. But they don't know. They think they doing something. They $10 on Sunday. Right? They think they doing something. Because you ain't never said nothing. You ain't teaching them nothing. Right? And so I don't want us to go into a place we don't need to go because we're ignorant. But I will tell you this. Where my thing go? Somebody say for real. For real. Y'all, this is not your pastor's responsibility. Real talk. You know what I mean? Because here it is. Sometimes, okay, if you're not able to receive something out of love, then you're probably going to be offended. But if you're going to be offended, then you probably look to be offended. And so, just whenever you get offended, just call somebody after the Bible study, tell them how offended you are, and y'all talk about it. But you can't require your pastor, force him to make financial miracles and then come in here, give your little $2 cash app like you did something, and then live off the fruits of his labor all the time. see what I'm saying? Because what y'all don't understand is I take care of this before I take care of mine. Y'all want to go deeper? You ready for a submarine? Last month, I paid the churches on a Monday, right? I had the same letter for mine on Tuesday. Do y'all know which one I paid first? Right? And so, that's not a flex, because now it done got me, in the last 4 months, have gotten me in a financial, y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea, right? Because the problem is, when I come in here and I teach you and I preach you and it don't look like nothing's wrong, y'all think there's nothing wrong, right? And sometimes I fail as a pastor by not being willing to tell everybody the truth. Does that make sense? And so the truth is, it's unbiblical to allow your pastor to foot the bill for everything in the church. Right? Do y'all know I don't get paid? Do y'all know that? Matter of fact, if Deacon Randall was here, he'd say, hell, you pay to be the pastor. Right? Right? How much money do y'all think I put out on the church on a monthly basis? Give me 3 guesses. Give me 3. Somebody say it with your chest. Give me 3. 3,000. Girl. Whew. I wish. Ooh, that'd be a blessing. That'd be a raise. Anybody else? Come on, give me a number. 5. Oh my God. I'm getting raises every minute. Boy, the more y'all talk, the more raises I get. Anybody else? Huh? 10 grand? Yeah, I would have left the church, sold the church. I'd pay 10 grand to be here. But it's over 6. But it's over 6. Now watch this. So you see, watch this. You see, when you hear 6 grand, right? I want y'all to see how we see it. And it's different now. This is not a flashback, but this is because I'm about to get married, right? You look at it like he put 6 grand in the church, right? But the reality is actually, I take 6 grand away from us. Do you know what we can do with 6 grand? Don't answer. What can you do with 6 grand? Somebody said, a month. Yeah, right? Why is it that? Why is that? You know what I mean? The church should not be consist of 2 regular tithers. There's 2 people I know that's going to tithe every month. 2. One of them right here on the envelope. I'd be stalking this like a buzzard on a dead squirrel. I'd just be flying around the mailman. Is it the 3rd yet? Because it don't come on the 3rd like clockwork. That's it to be. Every month on the 3rd. Matter of fact, baby, here, take this. Did you see her put her hand there? Now, what do I mean? That means, watch this. That don't mean you're bad people. That means I failed you as a pastor. You know why? Because when you are a shepherd and you have sheep, right? The purpose of a shepherd is to guide the sheep. And if you're not teaching them right, they can't learn what they ain't being taught. Right? And sometimes we got to get past weeping man do it for a night. Right? Sometimes Bible study ought to cause pillow talk. You see what I'm saying? And so now you know, right? And so about 5 of y'all sitting there right next to me. I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah. But it goes back to what? It goes back to my personal worship to God. And then ask yourself this, it's real simple. What is he worth to me? Considering all that I have belongs to him. It's our perspective. It's our perspective. Right? And I heard one lady say a long time ago, well, Pastor, I can't afford to tithe. Then that means you got too much of God's stuff. You're not tithing and you got cable. You not tired of and your hair and your nails done? Baby, how much stuff you gonna steal from him? Best story in the world. Best story in the world. I'm done. I was tired of here 4 months. You remember Toby? You remember Toby? We had an usher named Toby. She was a traditional Baptist usher. Traditional. Baby, wouldn't none of y'all be here today? Because Lord have mercy. Mom, you walk in, you didn't have time to go home and change that shirt. You still at work. She was traditional, right? Sean, she told me to get something out of the car one day. She used to park right here, back there, right? And I went up there to get it one day, and she had a paper envelope on the floor. Y'all know I'm nosy.